This one unit was giving us with older Sonos systems when there are... Hey, how's it going? Seth here with Air Theater Designs today, and here in San Diego it is raining cats and dogs. We figured, hey, this is a perfect time to talk about outdoor audio and outdoor speakers, right? So we've got a new friend that stopped by. This is the Monitor Audio CL2M. This is their new outdoor speaker offering, and they've got a little smaller one too. It's called the S instead of the M. But our friends over at Monitor Audio and the sales manager, Adrian, how you doing, Adrian? Nice guy, decided to drop these guys by and go, hey, what do you guys think? Which is pretty cool. So we didn't have to spend $1,000 to get these things. We normally have to pay for this stuff, so that was cool. It's also cool because Monitor Audio, we've done kind of a best outdoor speakers of, you know, whatever year it is, 2021, 2022. And they've been on our list for the last 3 years of the best outdoor speaker under $1,000. And these were for their old Climate 80s. And these are kind of, they're actually really redesigned compared to the old ones. So we said, hey, what's all the hubbub about? Let's figure it out. So first we're going to talk about the technology, these guys. Then we'll talk about what we heard with these things and why they might be for you, and then we'll sort of summarize everything. So first, let's talk about the technology. So these guys are IP66 rated. It's a great outdoor rating. Basically means, even though they say you can't dunk them in water, you actually could dunk them in water. There's a formula, but no problems at all if you're spraying these guys down or if they're in a sprinkler nearby. You know, we don't recommend it, but no problems with that at all. They have a lifetime warranty, which is awesome. So with outdoor speakers, if you're going to be in your home for a long time, you absolutely are going to have speakers go bad. It's just going to happen. So with a lifetime warranty, now 10 years from now, there's probably going to be a new model of these. So typically what happens is whatever the comparable speaker is, that's the one that they give you a new one of. So that's a great thing where a lot of manufacturers are just a 3 or a 5 year. So inside this guy, they have a 1-inch, what's called a CCAM tweeter. CCAM is their designation for this aluminum magnesium compound. Very fast, but cuts down the ring a little bit. They got a 6-inch CCAM RST tweeter. RST stands for, I was going to grab my notes, but I think I remember, Rigid Surface Technology. And it's kind of a driver that's got these dimples based in it, big beefy voice coil. Benefits of CCAM are, again, gets rid of ring. The benefits of RST is with some of this dimpling, it also cuts down on resonances, so they're trying to give a very neutral sound, you know, which is good. 85.5 dB sensitive, and it's a 6 ohm speaker, so you will do better having a little bit more power than less. Some of these options out there that are 20, 30 watts might not be the best option, so I'd power them up. About 9 pounds, 9.1 pounds. And they mount in a little interesting way. So they got this here arm, right? This arm has a Phoenix connector that's in here. You can mount these vertically or horizontally. So you mount the arm first, speaker wire goes into that Phoenix connector. There's a little rubber seal. I probably can't really see it, but if I get close, you see that? Ooh, ooh. A rubber seal around here. This covers everything up. And then you're in business. They listed at a frequency range of 42 hertz to 30 hertz. Now that's at -6 dB, so that's kind of an exaggeration. They're not going quite down to that. With an outdoor speaker, it's always going to be best if you can have that in a corner. Or, you know, sometimes we'll take these guys and we'll have them on landscape stakes. If you have something like that, it's best to have some sort of surface behind it to help get resonance for bass. If you have them out in the open, the sound can be a little bit thin. But that's kind of the technology. Oh, and then on the back of this guy, you have a passive radiator. So this is where a lot of your bass comes from. They don't give the measurements, but it's 8x4. One thing to consider is when these are mounted, if anything is touching this, like sometimes a speaker wire will be going back and contact this. Birds love to make homes on top of these things. So nest material might touch this. So you want to make sure nothing's touching this or you are going to hear a grrr out of it as opposed to nice, pleasing sound. So anyways, that's the technology. Let's talk about what we heard. Of course, that's what's most important to you, right? Yes, yes, yes. Now, all that yes, yes, yes stuff. These things sound awesome. So one of the things with the old Climate 80s and with these they sound like indoor speakers. So a lot of outdoor speakers, they'll use materials like polypropylene, same material that's in a lot of, washer tubs, for example. Great for washer tubs, not as great to provide clean audio. A lot of outdoor speakers will just sound kind of hollow or boxy. These guys are using the same type of drivers like you have in their indoor speakers. And the accuracy and the realism you see out of these, it's unbelievable. And that's what we thought out of the Climate 80s. And that's what we hear out of these things. And the sound is, it's so clean, it's so natural. And we use all the usual suspects for music. We had Sade, we had Sting, threw some Tool in there, had some 9 Inch Nails, had the old Frank Sinatra, Fly Me to the Moon. We had a bunch of our normal songs, and just blown away, through all of them. One difference between these guys and the Climate 80s and the old series. So let's imagine this is the range of sound that you're hearing out of the Climate 80, right? This goes down to your deep bass, here it goes up to your treble. So with the new series, as opposed to this whole range you hear with the old ones, the treble's a little bit more subdued, right? So treble's a little bit more subdued. With the old ones, where the highs might have stood out a little bit more, I think that, this is what I heard, there'd be a little bit of a gap in between your treble to where it goes to kind of your higher mids, right? The new one's a little more subdued, but it seems more natural all through that range. So I prefer the sound. A couple of guys here like the old ones. It's personal preference, of course, but both of them are unbelievable, and I'm a big fan of these guys. So as I've been told so far, the Climate 80s are going to stay in the line. I don't know about that. We'll see, but that's what I've been told. To me, it makes sense that they're probably going to come out with an 8-inch version later. But as of this second, Climate 80s still around. They still rock. And then you have the smaller versions here. So I think these are unbelievable speakers at the price. One other thing just to compare is there are some pretty good speakers out there that are at $1,000 price point like these and above. A lot of these, though, are kind of like commercial design. So for example, this guy here is about 9 pounds, right? And this will fit under most eaves. There's some solutions that are kind of commercial options, like JBL's got one, and they're at the same price point, but they're enormous. They're 21 inches by 10.5 inches by 12 inches. You can't fit that under most eaves, and they're 28 pounds each, right? So it kind of depends on what you're doing. For most homes, and if you're putting them under eaves or whatever, these are an unbelievable solution. Again, lifetime warranty, and they just sound so natural and clean. So we recommend these very highly. Right now, these are on our short list for Best Outdoor Speaker of 2025. If you're not in the San Diego or Southern California region, we have links in the description of this video that you can get yourself a few of these guys. And we appreciate people who've been clicking on those. It doesn't matter if you buy a speaker or dog food or a blue whale. I don't know if you can buy a blue whale on Amazon. Probably should not be able to buy a blue whale on Amazon. But if you click on that, you'll be able to help us with a couple bucks, because again, unlike Adrian hooking us up with these for this review, we got to pay for all this stuff. We'd appreciate that. We appreciate you stopping by today. If we can ever help out, just let us know. Thank you very much. I'm going to go listen to some tunes.